Welcome to the Wednesday run. Wednesday morning, as y'all know, Wednesdays are doubles. So, easy recovery morning run, and then I'm gonna do some intervals in the afternoon with Sheldon. Maybe not with Sheldon. I might do intervals before he gets to where we run and then run together. But it's a nice morning. It's 7:17. It's 7:16. You might be wondering, how are you here so early? Well, it's because I got up at 6:30 today. Is that gonna be a regular from now on? I don't know. But I'm up at 6:30. I got up at 6:30. So we're gonna be able to get our run in earlier. Gonna enjoy the morning a little bit more. I'm enjoying it. I'm living. Hashtag living for this. Fortunately, after my shower last night, I forgot to plug my insulin pump back in to my body. So my blood sugar was high last night. So I took insulin, so it's on its way down now, but it may still be a little high when I run this run, and I'll be running with insulin in my body to this morning, so maybe my blood sugar might drop. We'll see, but if it does, I'll be all right. I got convenience stores all around here. I can grab some juice, and I have a gummy thing too, so I'm ready to enjoy this morning. We'll see. I'll make sure I do the same running techniques as I did yesterday, letting my body flow, not restricting my body, so that I can get optimal, most efficient running form. We'll see if I hit those paces I hit yesterday, but I do want to keep this a little bit more recovery focused. So, beautiful day out. It is a beautiful day out. 25 minutes in, 2.5 miles in. Going a little fast. I was hitting those faster paces earlier. 165 beats per minute still felt like I could talk, so I was kind of pushing that, see how far I could talk. It wasn't comfortable talking, like this is more comfortable talking, but I can still talk decently. But now I gotta slow it down a little bit because I don't want to go too hard today. All right, 4.3 miles done, 45 minutes done. Nice little run. I tried keeping it low. I added a lot. I added more walking breaks in because I felt like I was going too fast. Even though form-wise, it seems I am increasing speed and pace due to those form changes, which were consistent. Today, I was running at solid, like keeping it at a right at 9-minute pace, probably on average, not including walking breaks. Yeah, around a decent 155 beats per minute, probably. Running faster, there were moments on flat ground where I was hitting like sub 9-minute miles, around 155. I think I was hitting like 8:30, around like 165 beats per minute, which was still pretty decently easy for me. The only problem is with this, because I'm just all of a sudden running faster with my efficient form. I think it is increasing. I'm afraid it'll increase the impact effects on my legs, just because I can run faster all of a sudden. Doesn't mean my legs are prepared to run faster all the time. So I included more walking breaks, but really good run. Just improving all around. I know these metrics aren't super solid, but the Coros, my watch, has a base fitness metric, and ever since I've been running every day more consistently, it's been increasing pretty fast. So I think August 16th is when I started running every day maybe I could be wrong, but for my base fitness, and this is of course is more of a loose metric, but my base fitness was 59, and now it's at 68. So about a little less than a month later, it went up by 10 points. And for reference, my base fitness from June 16th to August 16th stayed in the 50s. It never went above like average of 55, but now it has in about a month has gone up 10 points, so which is a lot for what I've been doing. So just looking off metrics too, it's nice seeing that improvement. It's only 8:12 now, which feels really good. So I'm about to head back home, get some breakfast. Yeah, I've been feeling good. These runs are feeling good. I'm feeling fast. We'll see. We'll see. I hope you're having a good Wednesday. I'm gonna go see if Sheldon wants to do a run this afternoon. Peep the run stats: 4.32 miles, 45 minutes. Average heart rate 144. 6:30. I had a great high performance run, easy run, but I'm feeling good after those form adjustments. I think it's time to reward myself with a little treat. Orange juice. I love orange juice. I'm gonna shake it up a little bit. It's an orange juice type of day. It's a beautiful day. Now, if you don't know, there's some like guy named Jocko. He's like a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guy. I don't know if he's in the military, but he's on the spectrum of like influencers. You wouldn't really call. I don't know if he wouldn't call himself an influencer, but he's kind of adjacent to like Joe Rogan in what he does and where his what his niche is. All right, we'll say that. So he's very much into like fitness and man stuff. But I was picking up my orange juice from the cool refrigerated area, and right next to the orange juice was a bottle of protein drink, and it was labeled Jocko milk. And this guy, like a big muscly guy, and I'm sorry, I don't know who came up with that marketing, but I'm not drinking something called Jocko milk. I feel like, especially as another guy, and especially in that like alpha niche, I don't know anyone who is drinking something called Jocko milk. So shouting out to their marketing team, they might need to change that up a little bit. Drank I had one bottle of apple juice before I left my house, and I just had another bottle of apple juice. Just my blood sugar, like I said before, has been kind of running lower. Increased insulin sensitivity probably from my large increase in running. But it just got me thinking, like, I haven't really had any problems with gels, and especially increasing the amount of gels I eat. So like getting to the 100 grams carbs an hour that I had with my 2 carb fuel gels last run. And I'm thinking it's probably because I'm diabetic and I'm used to consuming lots of carbs during my run, before my run, and all that, just to prevent my blood sugar from going low. So just a neat little thought. Anyways, today's run is gonna be not with Sheldon. He's not available to run today, but I decided still to run again, even without him, just because that's what my body's used to now. And I'm just be focusing on form. So this is just gonna be a steady run, an hour. I was thinking about doing intervals, but I think because I've been running faster, like I just mentioned earlier this morning, because I've been running faster, not necessarily in heart rate, but in pace, I think my legs are taking a little bit more work. So I don't want to push it too hard. I am feeling a little tired in the legs, a little tired in the knees, and I don't want to push that, so I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to push that. Even though that means I won't really be doing intervals this week. I think just time on feet is going to be good enough. And these higher tempo session runs that I have been running yesterday and today, just because of the pace, purely from the pace, not the heart rate, I think it'll be okay. Yeah, so long, steady run. Majorly focusing on form. I have to get down this right form. I'm gonna be focusing on proper core rotation, hip and shoulder counter rotation. Gonna be focusing on proper weight distribution. Proper weight distribution over the standing leg and all that. I got this weird feeling right now. So I'm doing the form changes, and just like yesterday, just like this morning, I'm running fast. So I can almost confirm that these form changes are making my running economy more efficient, I think more fluid, more economical, and that's making me run faster. Like, I'm comfortably holding an 8:30 pace, physically wise, muscular wise. Now my heart rate is higher, but the interesting thing is, even though I'm clocking like a 170 heart rate, it doesn't feel like I'm putting in the effort for a 170 heart rate. Like, it's interesting. It's like I'm wearing like an altitude mask or something, where movements that don't feel that draining still get me at a higher heart rate. My theory with that is I am not used to running at such a high heart rate. No, such a high pace, regardless of how easy it is feeling. And maybe that doesn't make any sense. I might just be talking a whole bunch of baloney right now, but I'll summarize. I'm running at a faster pace. Heart rate is still up there, but it doesn't feel like it. Like I remember, I don't know, it doesn't feel like I'm pushing hard. The running economy feels really, really good. I'm really liking how this running form is, how I'm much more loose. So maybe my theory is, if I just keep running like this, my body will catch up cardio wise, and then I don't know, we'll see. I was pushing that faster pace, but I think for the last 35 minutes I'm gonna keep it slow, like even like old form slow, like 10-minute mile, just because my knees are just starting to feel really sore. Not in a painful way. There's no sharp pains, no nothing. It's just like I'm feeling sore from this running. So I'm gonna probably scale it back, just keep it easier focused for now. Just because I want to be sure. I don't want to be super, I don't want to hurt myself. I'm being super cautious, but I think justified, because I'm injury prone, as we can see. Easy peasy. I'll run 5.4 miles. Feeling good about the form. Now the real test is going to be if the form holds up in my long run. Yeah. I'm tired of having IT band problems.
but it was a good run. My knees are so sore at this point. Like, my right knee is kind of like tender sore. Like, if you imagine a bruise, if you like touch a bruise, it's kind of like tender. That's kind of my right knee, but it doesn't hurt. So I think I do really need to lay off the running a little bit. Take it a little easier tomorrow. Coros running fitness just increased on my running metrics. My endurance running metrics just increased. Let me show you. Went to 73.5. I don't know if you can see that, but it was 1.1 lower, and now it's telling me my estimated marathon finish time be 4:09. So that's pretty neat that it thinks I got endurance, a faster endurance. The fact that it doesn't say sub 4 hours yet, I'm okay with, just because I'll be pushing harder on the race, and I'll be wearing better shoes, and I'll be just more fit. Still in a month and a half, so I'm feeling really, really good about it all. But it's nice to see that I am getting more fit. My base fitness just got up to 71, which is the highest it's ever been. Like I mentioned this morning, base fitness increasing rapidly, very rapidly. So that's pretty awesome. Feeling good. Gotta take it a little easier. Make sure I don't hurt myself. Make sure I get proper rest. Yeah. I was watching this one video from a YouTube channel called The Balanced Runner, and she was talking about how one thing that could happen with your form, if you're staying too still, too stationary, too stable, is your head may be too centered, and by that also that means your body weight will be too centered. But if you're on one leg, then your body weight needs to be more over that leg, or else you'll be pulling to one side, which could cause your medial glute to strain too hard, and that could cause you to have IT band syndrome. And literally when she said that, like, a light flicked in my head, and I'm like, that's it. This is the cause. Because I knew, deep down, I knew it wasn't a strength thing. And it still may be a strength thing. Like, I'm still going to be strengthening with weights, but I mean, you see people like old 60-year-olds running 100-mile ultra marathons, and they're still doing it without getting injured. While at the same time, you could have young, like 20-year-old beginner runners getting injured quite often. And I think to myself, there's got to be a reason, right? That reason can't just, I mean, part of the reason, I'm sure, is genetics. But the reason can't be all genetics, I thought to myself, and because that would take all the fun out of it, right? If only some people could run because they were born muscular with the right skeletal composition. I just didn't believe that. I just didn't believe that only some people are built to run with the right skeletal composition. So I thought to myself, it must be form. Like, and running is a very complicated movement. Like, there's many moving parts, literally. So I just did a lot more research, and I'm really getting into like the science of like, I wouldn't say I'm really getting to it, but I am interested in the science of running and good running form, because there's a million different things you can do, right? Like, how far do you rotate your hips? Do you rotate your hips? How far should you rotate your shoulders? And in what combination of movements should you be moving very specific parts of your body? There's a million ways you can do it. How far should you be leaning forward? This, that. So I was really just thinking, I knew deep down that it had to be something form related, right? If 60-year-olds can run ultra marathons without being injured, how come I can't run 3 hours without my IT band acting up? So, yeah, I'm getting more into that. I'm really focusing on distributing my weight a little more, because I do believe, and I'm almost certain that I was running too stiff, not creating a proper balance of weight distribution and all of that. So I'm just gonna be doing more research, doing more practicing form. But it's feeling good. I'm feeling fast. So I'm really looking forward, hoping that that we got more on the horizon